Well, this COVID-19 is a very serious thing, but there's a lot we have to truly reflect upon, in my opinion, when seeing a crisis like this. I grew up going to church, and one of the most critical things church really taught me was to release from the fear of the moment, transcend, and see what you have to do. Grasp what you have been doing. Know what you're experiencing. And even though it's not really just like you can't joke about something till it's gone. But even though this isn't the way some people would like to relevate upon the situation that we're all in, it's necessary because it's not a joke. But, in China, they went through this quarantine. They've been through the quarantine. And in every holiday or crisis, there are theoretically always sort of a formulative benefit unto which is sort of difficult to grasp in a crisis. Very simple and easy to see on a holiday. That being said, when I was a child, as we all are truly children here on this planet, think about this. Since January 20 and the shutdown of the oil markets, gas prices are low, pollution has disappeared in comparison to what it once was. People are learning to stay in their homes, love their families, not to say they haven't or wouldn't or aren't, but this is sort of like a holiday, or like when we were children. Well, I got to go see The Price was Right or something like that, and I might have had a cold and that was bad, but I got off school. And it was always a cherishable day, so much so, kids are famous for faking when they're sick. But, got to watch some movies, rent a blockbuster movie, got to eat what I wanted. And why wouldn't we do that? How couldn't we see it that way? I mean, this is a very tragic time. But if you think about how many people are realizing, sitting with their families right here, right now, somewhere on this planet, with their families, realizing they could lose them, and recognizing how much and how sad they would be without them, grasping love from a darker but very transcendent, philosophical sort of state of, I guess, that into which reminds us, like a holiday, what it's all about. These beaches might be quarantined, and we can't use them as beautiful as they might be. But bust out a board game. Get a good family movie you can all watch. And think about how amazing that is. And from a sort of, I don't know, other perspective. Think about all the accidents which aren't taking place because people aren't performing dangerous operations. How many less car crashes there are. How many less drunk driving tickets are being handed out. And people in the worst case scenarios being killed by them. And that's just the variables unto which alcohol and car crashes take place. I mean, while we're in quarantine, all these major threats we live and fear not are something we don't have to fear. That's a big deal. That's a lot of lives saved. And we're learning how to cook again in some cases. And that's kind of cool. You know, everyone knows a good home-cooked meal is the best. Because it's made with love. And also, you really get to answer what you want a little bit better in most cases. It's hard to find a BLT out there at these fast food places. But I think there's a lot of blessings in this that truly need to be focused on. And if you think about how this Defense Act is going to leave us at the end of this, which will peak in about 25 days, as the New York governor says, with massive amounts of more medical supplies, more hospitals, more serious job opportunities, and serious professionals taking seriously their and your life to perform and do the thing they know best, use the skills they learn best to save life, which they're doing. It's going to be amazing. And if you think about how many social networks will be created on a worldwide globe to fuse together this at-home period into which we can't have that face-to-face with the people, less direct to our social connections. It will be interesting to see where and how people utilize the blessings of this quarantine, our unfortunate but fortunate day off, or months off. You know, it's a very long vacation. Americans aren't used to that. Europeans are. But how you utilize it will be critical. The Chinese, I'm sure, had a lot of very deep thoughts and very loving moments with their family. And think about it. There's that side to it too. You know what I mean? And maybe even several people who didn't get on the let's do this from home bandwagon, like a lot of the guys in Silicon Valley, it was just a clear no-brainer for, might figure out a way to sort of rationalize afterwards, why aren't we figuring out how to do this from home? Maybe some people will get more things done in this position and be given just 2 more hours back more with their family and have little breaks to enjoy a family lunch, not just a family dinner, with the ones they love most. So, blessings are everywhere. Stay safe.